Alright, so I just got done putting everybody's video up, and with it fresh in my mind, I'm just going to use this as a way for you guys to do some work on your own, and use your video and compare it to what you're seeing here. So let me take you through this. Make sure you guys ask me questions if you do, but I'm hoping that I can describe most of the things that I'm seeing in these players that I'm not seeing in a lot of the swings that I put up on YouTube today. Okay, so we have Wil Myers on the left, swimming with the Rays. Now he's with San Diego. Okay, and then Josh Donaldson on the right. Okay, so I'm going to take them back both to where they go back. Okay, so they're both, this is where their weight's back. Okay, so much different. Josh Donaldson uses a leg kick. Wil Myers just basically starts back. Okay, I'm going to take them into heel down. Okay, so this is a big thing, a big inconsistency with what I saw today. Okay, so when I see them come down with their front foot, I'm seeing that back knee turned in, their hips starting to open up, and their front foot is down. Okay, so we see hips are starting to open early. Okay, and we see that barrel up and back. Okay, so it's more obvious in Donaldson here, even though we don't see the tip of the bat. Okay, it's less obvious with Myers here. We also don't have a great angle. Okay, but typically you're going to see something where their barrel is towards their midline as they bring their foot down. Okay, so upper half follows our lower half, and it's everything is initiated once that foot comes down. So many of you, okay, so I saw a lot of things here. Some of you can get wider with your transfer. Some of you are transferring and you're stepping out. There's a lot of different styles in the 20 or so videos that I put up, so I'm making some generalizations, but I would just look at your video and ask yourself, do you see similar positions once your foot comes down? And does your foot actually come down? So the big difference I see between Donaldson, and this could just be video quality too, but I see his foot come down and it comes down flush and it's down. I'm watching Myers, and by the time he actually plants on it, seems to be right about there. So there's this little wiggle room of what's happening with his front foot and his upper half. So it's much clearer that Donaldson is getting down, and it's down for good. Josh Donaldson has also been in the league longer, been better for longer. So, maybe this isn't Wil Myers' best swing he's ever had. This is a home run swing. Both of these are home run swings, but these are big guys that aren't always timed up perfectly, but you're still seeing the general movements. Okay, so I saw a lot of kids, they'll put their foot down, and a lot happens by the time they come in contact with the ground and by the time they actually start to turn. Okay, so I might see a foot come down and then it rolls, and while that's all happening, upper half is starting to go to the baseball. So with both of them, I look at their legs when their foot comes down, that back knee has started to turn in, I start seeing their hips start to turn, and I see their barrel up and back. Their shoulders are square to the plate. These are the good positions that all good hitters are putting themselves in. So the transfer is super, super key in repeating a good swing, and that all good hitters tend to be in very similar launch positions when they're here. So if you're looking at your video and you're not seeing something very similar to this by the time you get down, you need to focus on how you get into your transfer. Okay, how you get your front foot heel down, your front heel down. Okay, after this, I'm going to just focus in on Donaldson. Whoops, I didn't want to use that line. I want to use this one. Okay, so once his foot's down, I'll put it here on Myers too, but I'm going to mainly focus on Donaldson. Okay, is you're going to see their head stay in the same exact position. Okay, so as they rotate, they are rotating around their front leg, and their head doesn't move. Okay, so I saw a lot of players, as they started to rotate, this head continued to move forward as they rotated. We do not want that to be happening. Okay, so as rotation happens, you're going to see that front leg firm up, back hip come all the way through. You're going to see Donaldson's foot spin, that front foot. You're going to see it slide. We see the same exact thing with Myers on the left. Okay, sometimes you'll see that left ankle roll over. These pitches are more out over the plate. When the ball comes in on them, you're going to really see that that lead ankle turn over more. And I just don't have that on the two clips that we're looking at right now, but you do see them turning. So one thing they heard today was you got to turn more than you think you need to. So this is contact. This is contact right here. Okay, front leg is locked out. Hips are all the way turned. Those are the things that I'm looking for. As rotation happens, we stop our forward movement and we rotate around that front leg that firms up as we rotate. So, pay attention to where you are going into front foot strike. As you rotate, compare your rotation with the best. Pitches will matter. Okay, so if the ball is away from you, we're going to see some different things, particularly with the lead arm. I saw all of you in what was supposed to be a pitch down the middle. Some of you were standing much farther away from the ball. So you're seeing both of these guys' lead arms, their left arms stay fairly straight as they turn. That's because this ball is away from them. If we saw the ball come in on them, we would see the left elbow bend and their left arm shorten up a little bit. So don't look too much into this from that standpoint. Look more at, are you getting into this position with your lower half and upper half, and when you turn, do you see similar things happening as you turned? That's really all you should be doing. Look for similarities, look for differences, and ask questions if you have them after watching this.